Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good night to wherever you are, wherever you're watching this, at whatever time you're watching. It's episode 26 of your girlfriend's favorite podcast. Of course, it's me, Vusani, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Sizzle the Savage.
Sizzle the Saint, my nigga. Sizzle the Saint, bro.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Nah, I'm straight, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Today we're missing our two other team members.
Yeah.
Allison's not around, she's busy. We don't know doing what.
They're both working, bro.
Yeah, they're both working. We don't know what jobs they really do.
But I think Allison is the plug on the low. She probably is, yeah. Because she's the least likely to be the plug, so she probably is the plug.
Zandila's out there as well. She said she's also got some work to do today.
Slanging dope.
So it's back to the classic style.
Original coochie gang. Can't say coochie in front of a girl.
Anyway, ready to get this? Ready to get into this?
Let's get into it.
It's been a while since we parted.
It's
2 week break.
2 week break, yeah.
So we're back. So
I also needed a break from Get Ready to Rumble.
yes, we're back in this.
I just feel like I needed a break from Vose because congratulations Liverpool. Let's just start there, man.
Yes.
Congratulations to Liverpool on their
Sixth
title.
European champions, of course. I told everyone Liverpool were gonna win the Champions League.
But you also told everybody that Liverpool was gonna win the league. So
I was wrong. I was wrong by that, but not by much. I was wrong by a point.
Yeah.
But I was still wrong. I'll accept City won the league. But Liverpool came up European kings.
No, they definitely deserved it. Like, as much as I hate Liverpool, they played football that was just outstanding. The final, not so much.
Yeah, the final was trash.
The final, you guys did not play very well at all. I think Tottenham deserved to win the game, but you guys definitely deserve to win the trophy. I do agree. I do believe that. So congratulations to you guys, man. So take us through the emotion you felt on this day, because I saw your story with that Jordy Baker nigga. So I don't know, man. How did you feel?
Watching the game with my brothers with Jordan, friend of the podcast.
Friend of the pod.
And yeah, like, we supported Liverpool our whole lives.
Right.
So we're like, last season, we watched the game here at my house, right?
Right.
And we lost to Gareth Bale and Loris Karius, doing his things. So Jordan hits me up, he's like, bro, this year, let's watch at my house, Last year we were crying, this year we're going to celebrate trust. I'm like, we'll beat Tottenham. So we get there, cool, it's me, Jordan, a few of his cousins. They don't support Liverpool.
What are they?
One supports Arsenal, and the other one supports Manchester United. So he wanted Liverpool to lose. He was like the biggest Tottenham fan on the day.
Yeah.
And then the Arsenal guy, he was like in that dilemma of
he hates Tottenham, North London rival,
but
and
he hates Liverpool. So he was like, damn it. So yeah, man. Minute 1 we get the penalty.
Yeah.
We score. Me and Jordan were celebrating. We dancing around, jumping in the room, singing all these songs.
Yeah. And
like, get to the 90th minute. When we won, we were like happy, man. We were like jumping around. We were singing ole ole.
I saw that, man.
Like, we were just ecstatic. Like,
yeah.
It felt like relief. Like, I felt that
I get you.
everything was over now. All the banter, all that, it's done.
Liverpool's still gonna get all the banter, dude. Like, until you guys break your Premier League seal, I think you guys will still always get the banter. Right now, you're the best European team. Soak it all up, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Focus on what the next goal is, because the fans are worse. Like, the fans are the ones that create narratives.
That's true.
So the fans are the ones that are like, Arsenal's shit, Man United shit, Chelsea shit. But it's kind of like, okay, but those teams have achieved things in the Premier League sphere. So Liverpool needs to focus on doing that so the banter can end.
Yeah,
yes, they've got some catching up to do, like in terms of the Man United-Liverpool rivalry, but winning that in the modern era will do a lot for modern-day football fans. I think Liverpool football fans.
Yeah, I think it's the next step. I feel it's coming. I mean,
because it's only a matter of time.
Funny enough, like me and Jordan were talking to each other, and we said last season when we lost to Real Madrid, like 2-3 days after, we were like, not just like out of sorrow, like, oh, we'll be back.
We really believe.
We were like, we're gonna get back to the Champions League final next season.
Dude,
and then it happened, and it was like...
I believe it too. Like, I even said in that Twitter debacle that we're having, you don't want a Liverpool team this talented to be remembered as the ones that almost made it. Like, these guys are just too good to be the guys that came second every single time. So, yeah, see, this is a big deal for you guys, man. This is the era.
It was major. So
yeah.
Now we're on to the next, it's international tournament times. We saw your hero, Cristiano.
That's my hero. 3 goals, yeah. Dirty Works knows what's up, man. Another hat trick, another another national team final. Like, dude, this guy is amazing. Another national team hat trick. This guy, Ronaldo. We're gonna get into the rape thing very soon because I've got it on my list.
Yeah.
But this guy is phenomenal, dude. Like the Messi and Ronaldo chat is always ongoing because although Messi will probably retire with better stats than Ronaldo, I think, because they're on like the same now, but Messi's got 2 years on him, 3 years on him. Ronaldo is gonna be remembered as the guy that showed up in big tournaments, dude. He just is. Like Messi made it to the finals of the World Cup. Was it the last World Cup?
Yeah, I think 2014.
Oh, was it 2014?
Yeah.
No. 2014 was Brazil. That was Germany and Argentina. Yeah. So yeah, Ronaldo's gonna be the guy that actually won things with his national team. You know what I mean? So that chat will always go on. It'll never end, bro. Because Ronaldo's had to carry some of the worst players that the game has ever seen, bro. And Messi has had some of the most talented players that the game has ever seen, but he still has not managed to win something. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I know there's gonna be a lot of haters. There's a lot of haters on both sides. Like a lot of people that hate Messi, a lot of people that hate Ronaldo, but.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting.
But there's also a Copa America, so this is Messi's I don't want to say last chance. I think he still has one more tournament left in him. Like as a veteran, I think Argentina will take him probably to the next tournament. But yeah, this is his last chance in his prime. Like
yeah.
So this June, July, he has to win that Copa America.
No, he has to. He has to.
The next tournament, he'll be like late 30s, and it'll be like he's just there as a vet for the rest of the squad.
He still could do it because Messi and Ronaldo are not human beings in the conventional sense, dude.
Oh, it's true.
These guys, they've pushed their bodies to a new limit, a new echelon altogether. Ronaldo is 34. Ending people's careers. You see how I finished that guy?
Oh yeah, get that guy a nutmeg.
Oh, dude, he made him slide first. He based him, slide. He got up, shibi, put him across. It was a vet cross, but still, dude, like he can still do that at that age. You've seen how Messi can hold off defenders at that size, at that age, and still run past them like they're nothing. Like he's 18, dude. So these guys, you never know. Messi could win this shit when he's 38, dude. It's still possible because he plays like a 30-year-old at 38. Who knows?
The new guys are next up now. Hasn't just gone to Madrid.
Is that official?
It's official.
Oh man.
I think what they said, £88 million, potentially rising to 130, depending on add-ons. So probably like if he wins the league, then Madrid must pay an extra 10, or if he wins Champions League, Madrid pay an extra whatever. All those types of add-ons. But dope. Hazard to Madrid, I think they're finally gonna get a Ronaldo replacement. Not in terms of goals. But in terms of having that guy in the squad. Yeah. Because to replace Ronaldo's goals,
you need like 3 players.
Yeah, you need 2 or 3 guys. It's not easy to replace 50 goals from one person. You need
literally 2 Benzemas to replace one Ronaldo.
So
kind of thing.
I think Hazard will be able to slot in there, do a good job. I'm excited to see him in Madrid colours. It's been
a long time coming. They've been talking about this Hazard Madrid move for quite a few seasons, dude. So I'm excited to see that, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest Hazard fan. I think he's overrated as far as the Premier League is concerned. They're calling him the best. They've been calling him the best Premier League player for a couple of seasons now. But now I look at his stats and I'm like, okay, 12 goals, 9 assists, nice, dude. Like those are his average numbers, dude. 15 goals, 18 goals, 5 assists. Like, relax, dude.
He's one of those players who goes beyond the numbers for me. Like he does things that like you can't compute with numbers. Like the way he dictates play, he can make but it won't get him an assist or a goal.
I get you.
But like,
I get you.
he
He's
can-
part of the build-up. He's
Yeah.
part of the Okay, I get you.
Like, he does those type of things for me. That's where like I see him as probably the best. I would say because for me, it's him, and then I put Salah, and then I put like De Bruyne.
I don't think so. Oh, you mean as an attacker?
I'm saying as the best Premier League player.
Nah, dude. Van Dijk is clearly the best Premier League player. He's the best player. Period, bruh. I think the fact that he's played 65 games in the last year from a year-to-year basis, and nobody has dribbled past him. He contributes goals. He's a natural leader. Like
Yeah.
everything about Van Dijk. You see, the thing is, defenders are underrated. Like when
That's true.
in talks of best player,
Yeah.
I've never seen a player like this, dude. Ferdinand in his prime was not like this. John Terry in his prime was not this good. Like John Terry scored a lot of goals as well, but he's not this guy. He's huge, dude. Van Dijk is huge. Pause. Van Dijk is a mammoth of a man, dude. He can shoot. He can header. He tells people. I saw a video where he's telling Shaqiri, "No, you take it." Like two people are standing over the ball.
Oh yeah.
He tells him, "No, not Alexander Arnold. I want Shaqiri to take it." He points, "No, you take it." He crosses. It's a goal.
Yeah,
That type of leadership is unheard of, bro. Like, he's just the best, bro. De Bruyne, I see those guys.
yeah.
I respect them, but I think it's the defenders here this year, bro.
He definitely has.
Because
improved.
you're playing against people like De Bruyne and Hazard, Ronaldo. You're playing against the best, and they've never gotten the better of you.
That's
That's
actually
crazy,
facts.
dude. Like, defenders need that thing, like recognition this season. I think the last time we saw a defender this good was Thiago Silva, and he still wasn't this good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Wanna
Should we talk about
segue?
rape?
Yeah, as I said, segue into some footballers and some rape allegations and lawsuits.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot has happened this week with regards to that.
Yeah.
You want to start with Neymar? I want to talk about Neymar before we talk about Ronaldo. Because Ronaldo's, it's a very short one.
Yeah.
Neymar's was very big. So,
Pause.
so for those of you at home who are watching, if you haven't heard the news yet, Neymar Jr., the footballer, PSG and Brazil star, was falsely accused of rape. So what happened was the story broke out like Monday. I'll just use that
thanks, man.
just for context. So Monday the story breaks out. Neymar's been accused of rape by a Brazilian woman. Neymar comes out and is like, this is false. He releases a video on his Instagram.
Right.
And he pulls out the receipts, the screenshots that he has with this woman. And he proves that it's false rape allegations, that this woman and him had consensual sex.
Yeah.
And then he also kind of like rejected her, and they were having like normal conversations. The woman was like, please bring me merchandise for my son.
Yeah.
All this, when am I seeing you again? You know,
Some pictures
and
were
like some some like sexual texts were sent as well between them. So everything was consented, right?
Yeah.
And Neymar proved it, and then boom, now the story went from Neymar accused of rape to Neymar falsely accused of rape. And
I love seeing that, bro.
the internet lit up because everyone was like, you have the superstar who, if he was not able to prove this, his career would have been done.
Yeah.
Like Neymar's career would have been gone, his whole life would have been destroyed.
No more endorsements, no more adverts.
And luckily he had evidence to protect himself in the form of screenshots.
Oh man, never delete your chats, guys. Never delete your chats, bro.
And then it goes even further with leaked footage later in the week, I think on Thursday or Friday, where Neymar and this woman are in a hotel room, and the woman is shown hitting Neymar. She's assaulting him. So she's trying to like evoke a reaction out of him because it's like a hidden camera.
Yeah.
So we're wondering, did she set up this camera? Because she starts getting aggressive with Neymar, starts hitting him, and Neymar doesn't hit back. So now it's like, now she's assaulting him as well. So it was really that thing of, this woman must have really tried to probably set that up to probably get on camera footage of him hitting her, but it backfired.
Yeah.
Falsely accused him of rape, so that backfired. So if it was the opposite way, if Neymar couldn't bring out the screenshots And if Neymar was seen hitting her in the footage,
Yeah.
his career would have been done.
Bruh.
No one would have asked any more questions. It would have just been like he raped her and abused her.
This is
It's done for
This is
him.
the thing, man. You see, guys, and I'm not defending men's behavior. Guys, we've created this perception of ourselves that we're abusive. Hence this whole men are trash thing. So it wouldn't have been believable at all if Neymar didn't have this footage with him. It wouldn't have been believable at all. So I'm just trying to think, like, are women trash actually?
I think
Because
in these instances,
there are instances where you hear of men being abused, but there's really no evidence to back it up. So I'm thinking, if we had evidence to back up all the men that said they've been abused by their spouses, would women be considered trash?
I think, yeah, it would be.
Should they be considered trash, though? Because I've said in many podcasts that the things that happen to men are often just thrown under the rug because it's a weaker person invoking the abuse on somebody else that's considered stronger. So are women trash, bruh? Like, I've been saying it for so long that these things happen. Obviously not in the numbers that men abuse happens to women. The numbers aren't comparable, but it happens nevertheless.
It does happen.
And it's happening more often than not nowadays, like in modern day times, because we have evidence to back it up. So are women trash, bruh?
I think we could say so.
Women, people are trash.
Yeah, people
are trash, dude. Like, she's trying to get a quick buck out of Neymar. That's obvious, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure Neymar. Okay, I'm not even gonna say that.
But I think, like, remember we once spoke on a previous podcast. I can't remember which episode, but we said that women who falsely accuse men of rape should serve that jail time that the man would have gotten if he was convicted.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And I think I saw a lot of people saying that with this Neymar thing. A lot of people were like, this woman needs to serve jail time.
Yeah.
Whatever amount of time they would have given Neymar, she needs to serve that because she was going to destroy his whole life. And I think we agreed that that's what should happen.
Yeah.
Like, if you are willing to send someone to jail for a crime they didn't commit, like you're willing to make up a lie,
Yeah.
then if it backfires on you, you should serve that same time. I believe that. I think it's only justice because...
Yeah, but doing a full term.
Because now she just gets to walk scot-free.
No, she shouldn't be able to walk scot-free, dude. I don't think community service is even... should even be considered. She has to do jail time for a false accusation. I do believe that. But doing a full... Like, what is a full term for rape, dude?
I'm not sure. I think in SA, people serve maybe like 3 to 5 years. They don't serve a lot of time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, there's been some terrible convictions on rape. Some people serve like literally 2 years and get out.
So we're not taking rape seriously in SA. Do you think that's a reason why we have such high rape rates?
Yeah.
Like, the punishment isn't big enough, dude.
Punishment is minimal. Like, if you look at countries where the rape rate is low,
Yeah.
I think there's a Middle Eastern country, I can't remember the exact one, where if a man rapes a woman, they literally castrate you in front of the public. Like,
see, I'm all about
They
that.
bring you out in front of the community, get you naked, try maybe chop off your shit, or stone you or whatever.
I'm about that, bro.
They let everyone know you are a rapist, and they deal with it violently. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ethical problems with that, but but if you look at the stats, the rape rate is low.
It's low, yeah.
Because
same thing with theft.
Yeah.
There's places where they chop off your hands, yeah.
They just like cancel these things instantly. They tell people, if this is what you're gonna do, we'll punish you badly for it. And in South Africa, that's not the case.
Nah, that's it. We need to change that, dude. We need harsh punishments, dude. You see, the issues that I have with those Middle Eastern countries is that their countries are theocracies. In other words, their countries are run by whatever religion they follow.
Yeah.
So, if there's a punishment for rape in the Quran, for example, the Muslim faith, they're gonna practice that as their government. And I don't know if I'm fully okay with all of those punishments, because in the Bible says that there was a prostitute. There was a lady who was caught adulting, right? She was caught cheating with somebody else, and the community wanted to stone her for being caught cheating. So that's when Jesus came in and said, "Let he who is without sin be the first to cast a stone." Well, that's religious stuff, but if that had to happen, like you got caught cheating and you had to be stoned, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like that's a bit harsh for cheating, bro. Like,
Yeah,
but killing, murdering, I can see that being a reasonable punishment. But if you're just like, yo, I was feeling a bit horny, let me go test the water somewhere else, like yo, and then be stoned if you're caught. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's crazy.
But
Just jump up.
I think we do need to find like certain ways to deal with these things.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I don't know how we're gonna do it as a country, or even community, but there needs to be serious, like punishments for these things, serious consequences.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree.
I think, especially like if we jump back to that lady and the false accusations.
Yeah.
Like we said, when people do these false accusations, they make it tougher for real victims. So
Yeah,
real
we
rape
said that,
victims now suffer consequences because when they go cry foul,
Mm-hmm.
then everyone just goes, how do we know you're not just lying?
We said the same thing with the Jussie Smollett
Yeah.
homophobic attacks victims.
So
Yeah.
people need to stop this nonsense of falsely accusing people because real victims out there's voices get diminished.
That's
The
true.
more you do it and the more public like it goes, then the less chances actual victims will have to speak up on it, will actually get justice. So I think these ladies need to come together and really discuss this because there are people who genuinely try this like as a ploy. They'll target someone
Yeah.
like he's got money or she's got money even,
Yeah, it happens.
and they'll be like, I'm gonna try to set this whole thing up that I can accuse them of something and get a payout.
Michael Jackson.
You know?
But that's another wormhole we don't want to go down.
So,
Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Look, man, I obviously am a huge fan of Ronaldo, the soccer player, right? Ronaldo, the rapist. I can't defend it, bruh. Especially since it came out that he actually admitted to raping this girl.
Yeah.
Did I not say on the one podcast that this man was gonna settle? I don't think he put it in the media that he settled. I don't think the media is reporting that he settled. But I do believe that Ronaldo paid hush money to this girl.
He did in
The first instance.
the first instance.
But I'm saying now,
yeah.
since it resurfaced,
Oh yes.
I think he paid hush money again because he's so focused on what he wants to do. He wants to like kind of put that behind him, and he's trying to get focused on the next thing. I think he settled outside of the court.
Yeah.
He didn't do a court settlement. He did a private agreement with this girl. I do believe that. Ronaldo cares too much about soccer. He cares more about soccer than he cares about hoes, bro. I genuinely believe that. That guy, he's just trying to get everything behind him. There's no excuse for what he did, bro.
Yeah.
I think the scrutiny that he's getting in the public is justified. The people that are defending him should not be defending this nigga, dude.
Because I found it interesting when I saw that the lawsuit had been dropped. I was just like,
Yeah.
out of nowhere, like,
Out of nowhere, dude.
just like Ronaldo's rape law case been dropped.
And at some point, everybody kind of forgot about it again, dude. Like,
Yeah.
nobody was talking about the rape allegations since, like, 2 months ago. And before that, it was quiet until, like, the previous September or October, right?
Exactly.
So, this guy definitely paid her to shut up, dude. Like, can I move on with my life? Things are going great in my life. Don't come here with that shit. Like, you can just pay her €1 million and then it's over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's easy for him, bro. But, like, that brings me to a conversation that, like, how many women do you think are actually being taken advantage by these huge superstar level niggas?
I think plenty. I think with ego and status, like, let's look at it like this, right? We have people just at places that we could frequent,
Yeah.
like a normal club, Taboo-ish or
Yeah.
whatever, or Cubana.
Mm-hmm.
And you have guys who are 100,000 heirs or millionaires in rands, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So those guys already feel a lot of entitlement. They already feel like, I'm rich. I've
Yeah.
got status and power. I'm going to exercise it. Imagine you as a millionaire in dollars, euros, pounds, and you got global status, not just Joburg status.
Yeah, like Joburg knows who I am.
You got global worldwide status. Of course, you probably walk into a room, and if a woman says no, you'd be like, are you serious? Are you saying no to me? Type of thing. because I'm sure you're used to everyone catering to you. Everyone just says, you tell people jump,
Yeah.
and they don't even just say how high, they just jump the highest they can. Automatically. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I think people like that, athletes, they definitely do some shady shit.
So they get away with it because they're famous.
Definitely. It's easy to pay things out, man. PR teams. These
Yeah.
guys are great PR teams.
They really do, man. Image is everything, bro.
Ah.
It actually got me thinking, like, half the people that are famous, dude, like, they don't do half of the cool things that we think they do. But because they've got great publicists and great image management, we think that they're the coolest thing ever.
Right.
Meanwhile, in interviews, you hear them saying, "Nah, I just kick it with my children, man." They don't do anything in their downtime, bro. Sometimes they'll just be chilling on their yacht, but like that's it. They don't do cool shit the way we think they do, bro.
That's true.
Oh man, image is everything, man.
I want to ask you,
Yeah.
would you, like, you do this PR stuff,
Yeah.
so you got the expertise in this.
To some degree.
If you were part of a superstar's team, right? You were part of his PR team,
Right.
and he did some shady shit. Like, behind the scenes, he told you guys, no, guys, the allegations are true. Like, whatever they say I did, I actually did it.
Right.
But now it's your guys' job to write the good message, and would you do it? Would that be an ethical dilemma for you, or would you be like, this is my job, I'm paid to make this guy look good, even though I know the truth?
Okay. First, you gotta consider. This is a great question, dude. I'm happy you asked that. You gotta consider the severity of the allegation. If you're involved in a murder, that it's a cold case, nobody knows what happened, and they're not trying to figure it out. Like, if it's a murder thing, that's a level of severity where you're in a position where you have to lie, dude.
Yeah.
You, as an image manager, you don't want your client to be seen as a murderer, so you're gonna have to lie. Right now, in a less, rape is kind of on the same level, but not quite as murder, right? You've killed someone's spirits, but you haven't killed them physically. That's just the way I think about it. You got to think about, this is a real ethical dilemma, dude. The way they trained us was so that you always have to tell the truth.
Mm.
The way they trained us is that you always have to tell the truth. I know PR people are seen as spin doctors. They're good at creating narratives.
Yeah.
So what I would do if I was Ronaldo's manager, for instance, is that I would say, okay, Ronaldo has admitted to doing this thing, and he's remorseful beyond all belief, bro. You gotta paint him as somebody that's really sorry for his actions.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta paint him. The minute you try to lie about it, dude, things come up, bro. Things like we saw with the Michael Jackson thing. All these kids are now found out to be lying, but nobody's not trying to talk about that. But that's fine. Nobody's trying to talk about the fact that these kids are lying. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's tough. It's a tough.
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's your job to make them look good.
Yeah, they have to look
But then
good.
they've done something bad. So it's like, what do you do internally? You're like, damn.
But you know what's worse, is to be found out to be a liar after the fact, dude.
Yeah.
It's worse. It's rather you admit it now, because then firstly you'll be seen as somebody that's honest. So that's always good in anybody's mind. As soon as honesty is exposed as a trait, you're in somebody's good books.
Yeah.
No matter how bad the thing is that you've done. I did this, I'm sorry. Secondly, paint them as remorseful. So you gotta paint the person to be as sorry for their actions as possible. That's what I would do, bro. That's honestly what I would do. I mean, in an interview I got asked, what would I do if they found out that KFC chicken was made from pink slime, the way McDonald's was accused of for their chicken nuggets. I said, yo, that was a tough question, bro. Like, what would I do in that situation? I'm the PR manager for KFC Alberton. What would I do in that situation? I'm like, yo, guys, just tell them, yeah, it's made of pink slime, but it tastes good as fuck, bro. Those niggas loved that answer at that interview, but they're like, hey, bro, that's exactly what you have to do. You gotta tell them this stuff is made from synthetic material. You just gotta tell them, bro. But if they love it, they love it. Nobody has stopped eating nuggets, bro, after they found out that is not real chicken, dude. Like, you gotta be honest, bro. If the product is good, it's always gonna be good. So yeah, that's what I would do, bro. It's music time.
Let's get some music. This week, you got anything you've been listening to?
Man, look. As big of an Eminem, Wale, Michael Jackson fan that I am, I haven't played any of their songs for my song of the week. I'm trying to play an Eminem song today, bro.
Alright, man.
For
Anyway,
once.
this is how YouTube people lose us just for the music segment, but we'll be back in the second half. So, yeah, catch the audio on Spotify, iTunes.
Wait. Before that, can we plug Green Ring Code?
Oh, yes.
Let's plug Green Ring Code.
So, we have our sponsors who sponsor our show, and we're ever so grateful. They are a company straight out of Alberton. They are called Green Wing Code. They help you develop your softwares, your apps, web development, all your internet needs for your brand and your business. So hit up Green Wing Code if you want to get yourself an online platform featuring Sash with Thank God for the Blessings.
Dude, who's Sash? I didn't hear Sash once in that song.
You did the hook.
Oh, I thought that it sounded like the exact same voice that did the verses, dude.
I did the hook thanking God for the bad bitches in his phone, sending him text messages. I guess
a very weird thing to thank God
for.
For,
thankful for, man. They were thankful for the hoes, they were thankful for the trees, they were thankful for their family, they were thankful for everything.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted that song to be trash, bro. And I'll tell you why. This nigga and his associate, OK Wasabi, they make really good content, right?
Yeah.
So I was hoping for at least one thing that they do to be trash. Because that's like our competition in the streets.
Yeah.
Like OK, they don't do the same type of content that we do, but they've got the views,
Yeah,
they're
dope.
trying to get the views. So guys, hit us up. We'd love to be on one of your blogs one day, one of your vlogs.
I think they're dope. I like them.
But you're industry as fuck, bro. Yeah, man. I see you're in contact with Dali on the emails.
Oh shit.
I see you guys are in contact, man. But shout out to that guy for sending us the song. It's a really dope song, man. We should probably tag him in the posts, man. In Songs of the Week post, we should it's a good song. I didn't want it to be that good, to be honest. I was thinking it's gonna be trash because I didn't like the cover at all.
I like that cover. I voted for that
hated
cover.
the cover.
You
dude.
made us choose between a good cover and a cheap looking cover, and I chose the cheap looking one.
Dude, even the good one wasn't good, bro. That's why, like, if you see my comments, I was like, dude, are these the only two options? I was like, dude, are these really the only two options? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for the first one because it looks like a rap cover.
I went for the second one because that looked like every gospel CD you can buy in Joburg on a Joburg street. I was like, it's literally, they look like this. Green screen with the clouds behind you.
Dude, that's
and
all it
a
needed.
photo of you. Usually in a white suit. The gospel artist is always in a white suit.
Yeah, doing one of these. Oh man, what are we talking about, man?
Yo, this week I want to talk about public toilet etiquette.
Oh, okay, that's something.
Because people, for some odd reason, get into public toilets and they just fuck shit up. Like, when people are in public toilets, they just like crap all everywhere. Crap on the walls.
How do you get crap on the walls, dude?
People pee on the floor. They do the most disgusting things in public toilets. Like, so this week, I was in a public toilet, and
was it at school or like?
Yeah, there in my school's building.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really disgusting. It wasn't really anything disgusting, but it was just odd. So, I was about to wash my hands, and under the like basin things, there's just a pair of boxes on the floor, in the corner.
This is weird, dude.
So it's not like it's just there, it's like someone put it in the corner. They were trying to clearly hide this thing, but it's like so you can see it so easily.
Was it a good pair of boxers? Like, there's nothing wrong with the boxers? Did it have holes in it? Was it torn?
I didn't see any brown, I didn't see any tears. So I was just like, why is there a pair of boxers in the corner of the bathroom? And then it got me thinking about all of that disgusting stuff that happens in toilets. So like, why do people get to public toilets and just do weird things?
Nah, they were probably fucking or something.
Like, the guy's box is just there under the sinks. Like, what's going on?
That's the weirdest thing, bro. So, like...
And then I came back later, like 3 hours later, to piss and they were gone. And I was like, maybe the cleaning stuff took care of it. Or the guy returned. I don't know.
Nah, that's just weird, man. That's just weird.
I don't get it, because especially when I was at UJ, oh man, sometimes those UJ toilets, you would see terrible sights.
Yeah, because there's so many students,
You would
bro.
walk past the store and feel like throwing up. It was terrible.
Oh.
Like, we... There was one time I laughed though, me and my friend laughed, because we saw something, it was disgusting, but it was just funny, like, because the guy's poop was like it was splattered at the back of the back wall and on the toilet.
Holy crap.
And we were, as much as we were disgusted, we were like, you just know that this guy ran to that stall and couldn't make it in time. You just know that it was that dire situation. Like, I gotta get there right now.
Dire situation.
And you probably got in that stall, pulled his pants out, and it was too late. It was like, no.
Oh man. Probably got a bit of it on his jeans too.
Because when I saw it, I was like, it had to be that situation.
It doesn't ever just splatter like that if it's not that situation. If you haven't been clenching it for like a long time, that release point is so important, bro. Like, it needs to be civil.
Oh,
Not yeah.
that's right. I
Man,
don't know why
you
people-
see a lot of that in public places, man. Yes, in public toilets, that's just terrible. For me, I for one don't do a number 2 in public, dude. It's just my ethical code of conduct, a personal moral obligation to myself. Because at work, there are only 4 men in our team out of like 15 people. We know that only 4 people can make the toilet smell that badly. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eliminate myself from the equation and be like, I'm gonna be the guy that never takes dumps at work. I can't do it, dude. I'm gonna leave the toilet and it's smelling crazy. People are gonna know it's either Sizwe, this guy, or that guy. It's only those 4 options. I took myself out of the equation. I said, no, I'm gonna go next door to use the toilet every time I use the toilet. Because next door there's another company. We use that toilet. I personally use that toilet. Nobody ever sees me leaving the main toilet unless it's for a drug test. Shout out to the HR lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, for work, I never... Dude, my toilet is my toilet. It's like my throne, dude. It's like Game of Thrones with me and my toilet.
Iron throne.
It's like, ooh, you're feeling nasty today, aren't you? Like, yeah, I told my toilet, yeah, you like that, dude. You like that shit. Oh, man.
Public toilet etiquette is important. People need to get it right, man. Stop splattering on the walls and stop leaving things unflushed.
Why do people not flush the toilet, dude? That's like basic potty training that you go through. It's like entry-level stuff. Guys, flush the toilet when you're done. If you see that it hasn't... If it's one of those toilets with low pressure, flush it again, dude. Because there are those toilets that you flush and they just don't get rid of everything. Flush it again, dude. Or you just use too much toilet paper. Just flush it again, dude. Make sure.
Thing, a rule I also have is, if I see the toilet lid is closed, I'm not going to open it. I'll just look for another store.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to open for a surprise. I feel like the lid is closed for a reason. That person left there knowing that I missed someone a nice little Christmas present. I'm not going to be the guy to receive it.
No, I'm not. I don't know. I don't like using urinals. So I'm always looking for the stalls as well. Like, I don't like using urinals in public places, especially if it's crowded, dude. Like, I get stage fright, man. It's just a thing. Like, I can't pee if somebody's right behind me. I had this problem actually with my HR lady. She made me go in, like, when we're doing drug tests.
Yeah.
She made me go in with a nigga, and he had to watch me take a piss, dude. It was weird, bro. Like, as secure of a man that I am, I can't have a man stand, like, on my back, breathing on me while I'm trying to take a drug test. Like, just stand over there. Plus, this guy's gay. So it made things even worse in that situation. I said, dude, okay, I stopped what I was doing. I pulled my pants up. I went to the HR lady. I'm like, okay, we all know that Derek is gay, right? His name's not really Derek, so don't worry about it. We both know that Derek is gay, and I'm not feeling all the way comfortable with him standing that close to me. Do you mind telling him to just back up a little bit? So the dude backed up. I did my business, and yeah, here we are. At least I'm not fired again.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, shout out to. Why is there no volume? Shout out to the gay pride people. Shout out to all the gay.
Oh yeah, it was Pride Month. Or...
It is Pride Month.
Yeah, it is Pride Month.
Yeah, so shout out to you guys for being gay, I guess.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, they have their own month.
Gotta give them a month.
Well done to you guys. Well done for being gay and getting your own month.
We don't really know how to do this as straight guys.
Yeah.
Educate us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
But it's impressive for us. Do we get straight Pride Month? Do we get straight Pride Month? No, there's no straight Pride Month, so... But I guess this is how white people feel with...
Winning teams can't get celebrated like celebration days.
Who's the winning team?
Can't have like White People Month, White History Month.
White History Month.
We have
White history is wild, man. White history is the worst history.
Yeah, that would be a terrible month.
Oh man, they've been changing the history, the whites, man. But yeah, shout out to the gays. I see a lot of love pouring out for the gay community, and I'm a part of that. Your girlfriend's favorite podcast supports gay love.
Yeah, man, the LGBTQIA community.
Do we still know what what does I mean?
Intersex, I think.
Intersex.
I don't know what the A is. I don't know if the A is asexual or...
I think A is asexual. But how do you ever become asexual? You just decide, yes, see, a man isn't good enough, a woman isn't good enough. Here am I, here I am. I am here.
I'm just saying.
Like, how does that happen? Like, nobody's good enough for you. Actually, asexual people, I've got a bone to pick with you guys. How is nobody good enough for you, bruh? Like, what? How do you not get attracted to anything, dude? Sometimes I look at The Rock and I'm thinking, yeah, he's kind of nice. As a straight man, bruh. But you guys are like, nothing is good enough, bruh. Like, that's wild.
That's crazy. I don't know. Only they know. We need to get someone who's asexual to come sit in.
The places that I go are not asexual, bro. When I'm at the club, I know this man either wants my D or a girl wants my D. That's all I know. There's never an in-between type of person ever that I've met in my life that's like, both are not good enough. Either both are good enough for some people, one is good enough, or none is good enough, which is weird to me. If neither are good enough, nah, I'm not about that, man.
We got someone on the list.
Oh, shout out to Rihanna. We're just doing shout outs now, man. These are not topics. Shout out to Rihanna for becoming the most successful female artist. She's the richest now.
Oh yes. How much was it?
$600 million.
$600 million.
Yeah. Yeah. So it made me think, how does Kanye feel about this instant success, bro? Because Kanye, if you know, he's been through the most with the fashion people. This chick joins Louis Vuitton. It's been not even a year. And 600 million is her fortune. I'm thinking she made about 200 million off music, or 100 million around there, and then her makeup and fashion took her to 600.
Yeah, because she had the Puma thing.
Oh,
Puma and Fenty. Yeah. The Fenty. Rihanna just says ban music. She was like, I'm done with this. Bin this thing. Like,
bin this thing.
She was like, bin this thing. I'm a businesswoman now. The album ain't never coming out.
Although she posted that she was in studio making the album, she looks really unhappy, I'm not gonna lie. She looks like she didn't want to be there. It's like, we're forcing her to be in the studio.
But this is the course for most musicians. If you make it huge as a musician, the next step is business. Because, and every musician says the same thing, that once they met with business people, they saw where real money was. They saw that hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars was nothing compared to the hundreds of millions of dollars that the business and people were making.
Exactly.
So they're like, even 21 Savage, something as simple as him saying when he met with those white guys in suits, and all of them had a lot more money than him and all his rapper friends, and not a single one of them wore chains and everything.
Yeah.
Because like they have the real money.
They have
Here
wealth.
we are thinking we're rich, wearing all this ice, but
Yeah.
these guys have proper wealth that's
Now,
gonna last forever.
That was an eye opener to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was always a thing. Like, okay, Bill Gates, he always looks like the most regular guy in the room wherever he is. But the guys that have considerably less wealth than he does. Oh really? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so new information just in. Rihanna. Is that a real thing?
So I don't know if we're being trolled, but our director is telling us that Rihanna's real name is Rihanna. Rihanna sounds like Raymundo from Rockapile. Rihanna sounds like a Hawaiian saying.
Rihanna. Nah.
If I bump into someone from Hawaii, I'm like Rihanna.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
This is gonna be like Rihanna to the randomest people.
Rihanna, I stand with y'all.
So Rihanna spelled Rayhana. Is that right? Dirty Works.
Is that how we say it? So we don't say Rihanna, we say Rihanna.
As per her, like she said that. I need to see her ID.
I need to see this.
Because I'm not sure anymore.
Are
She
you
went-
trolling us?
The spelling is not that, but pronunciation.
Oh, Oh.
So we pronounce Rihanna as Rihanna.
What is that? What is that, Eddie?
It's Rihanna.
Rihanna. So, okay, we're sorry, Riri.
Robin.
Okay, we're sorry, Ray Ray. Not
Thanks.
Riri. Ray Ray. Ray Ray, we've been saying your name wrong for the longest time. Since you came out of that single. Mr. DJ. That's what she...
That was such a
That
trash song,
was
guys.
her breakout single.
That song is so terrible, bruh. You know, I think about it sometimes. These artists that are like huge acts now, the songs that they came out with are really trash, dude. Like, those are not nowhere near the songs that they should be famous for.
You know, I thought about this with J. Cole.
Mm.
With Who That. Who That is...
Ooh.
It's,
No.
Look, Who That is dope. But it's like, is this like what really broke this guy if you compare it to what he can make now?
Hey man, look, Who Dat was good because it was a pop song, but it still had bars.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's the music that J. Cole wanted to make, to be honest. That was one of the songs that the label said, hey bro, this is what you have to do.
Because if I look at that hook, if I were to read like a hook, Who That? Who That? I got that flame. Who that? Who that?
Bitch,
I got that flame. That's the hook that took this man to the top.
Hey man, it's never as it seems. Hi, my name is what took that nigga to the top. So that's also just a terrible hook, whichever way you look at it. Some of these songs are just terrible. That is a terrible song, bro. That's like unpopular opinion time, bro. That is a terrible song. I love Rihanna as much as the next guy, but oh my god, Ponder Replay. What is Ponda anyways, bro? What is Ponda?
Only Drake can tell us. Drake be with the Jamaicans. Drake needs to tell us what Ponda is, man.
Ponda Replay.
Ponda replay.
Yes. Look at that. Where's Sean Paul these days?
I actually don't know. Where is Sean Paul?
God, man. He also had a great song. Sorry that you're gone, but you turned me on up on my body. That was a vibe.
Paul
man.
was fine.
That was a vibe. Whatever happened to Shaggy?
Man, it wasn't him.
It wasn't his time, man.
It
It's on a different time now.
Where's Cisco? Yeah, all these guys, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The industry just, it brings people in and takes them out just as quick.
But those are plants, bro.
That's true.
Those are plants. I don't think some people are meant to be there for a certain time to create a vibe, and they're
Yeah.
meant to leave. Like, that's their purpose. I don't think these niggas that we just mentioned are meant to live forever, bro. Sean Paul, I don't know what he's doing, but apparently he's still been in the news. He made a song with someone notable. The song was trash. There's so much trash going on, dude. Like, there's so much trash
Like,
music.
literally this week, I saw Sean Paul news. Only because I was on Twitter, on the Liverpool side of Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the side that I muted.
And during one of Sean Paul's concerts, he started singing one of Liverpool's celebratory songs, and he put on a Liverpool shirt.
Word.
But that was the only reason I saw him, because I was just on Liverpool news, and then it was like, oh, Sean Paul celebrates Liverpool's Champions League victory during his concert.
It's so funny that all these celebs are coming out as Liverpool fans, dude. That's wild. Like, before 2 seasons ago, I didn't know that LeBron James was a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I
He was never tweeting about Liverpool before 2 seasons ago. Like, these past 2 seasons have obviously been Liverpool's best in quite some time, since Suarez days, I'd say. But no, he was never posting about Liverpool. Now all of a sudden, These are the bandwagoners, bro. I think he's a bandwagoner.
LeBron, he's a stakeholder.
I know.
Because I know when our American owners came in, he also bought in. He was like, yo, cut me a slice of the pie. And I was like, okay, LeBron is investing in us. Like, how much rights does he have?
No, LeBron's rich.
Because he was like, he's still an active player. He's not like a retired player. He's an active player. He's like, I want to buy a stake in Liverpool. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you, LeBron?
Shit, dude. So, wait, what were we talking about? Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Okay, so how do you think Beyonce feels?
That Rihanna's the richest female musician?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Beyonce, she got the beehive. They talk on her behalf.
Listen, man, the beehive cannot explain this, dude. Numbers are numbers.
Bro, the beehive is wild.
The beehive will probably prove some way that Beyonce is still richer than Rihanna some way.
Bro, Beyonce once told other artists that like they're better than her, and the beehive told Beyonce to shut up. Her fans told her, shut up, you're wrong. You're the best, not the other.
What?
Like they told their queen, no, you can't say that about yourself. Shut up.
No.
The beehive attacks anyone that downplays Beyonce.
Even Beyonce.
Even if Beyonce downplays herself, the beehive steps in. Like, nope.
Eddie, are you a Beyonce fan? You are.
Are you part of the beehive? Not a beehive fan. See, the beehive, they're a different breed, man.
What does Rihanna call her fan base?
The Ray Rays. No.
Are the bad girls? Bad girls?
The bad ones.
The bad ones.
The panda bands.
Damn, that actually. What do we call our fan base?
Ours are the pod babies.
Those are the girls in our fan base.
Our groupies are called the pod babies.
Pod babies.
If you'd like to be a pod baby, send an email to ygfpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. My personal one is thepussyeater69@gmail.com.
Those emails you make the first time you make an email at like 13, you're just like, yeah, pussy destroyer. And then you try to apply for a job at 18 and you're like, damn, that was a bad mistake.
I actually want to ask you a question now. Have you ever, like, this is not on my docket at all, but have you ever, like, Eddie's here. Eddie, do you mind leaving the room for like a second? This is like a man question that I have to ask most of you, dude.
There's no such thing. Ask him.
Jeez, dude. Okay. I'll ask Dirty Works because it's not safe for you. Dirty Works
on the block.
Dirty Works, bro. Have you ever like said, "Ooh, I'm gonna kill that pussy," and then when you leave and the pussy is still very much alive? Has that ever happened to you, bro? Like, it's still breathing, bro. Has that ever happened? Like, you just didn't perform the way you said you would. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes or no, bro?
Yeah. It happens. Sometimes you promise that you go score a hat trick and you don't do nothing.
Couldn't even get a brace. Yeah, that happens, man.
Beat up yourself. It's time to perform and 0 results.
You ever had like that doubt where you're like, babe, did you come? You ever like doubted yourself like that? You're like, yeah, you're sweating, bro. You've been doing the most. And then you look at your girl like, so how was it? Oh man, jeez. This is why.
These are the things that guys go through to the pod babies.
Hey, like other days you're like, yeah, you don't even need to ask, you're just so sure of yourself. Yeah. But you know that you didn't do well when you have to ask, bro. Like, oh, so how was it? Nah, it's never a good thing, bro. Oh man, can I get myself a drink? Say some shit. What do you have on your list?
What else is on my docket? Caesar's indulging in some Turkish craft drinks. Yeah, we're not gonna say the name because they don't pay us,
but the bottle doesn't look familiar to them. I'm not gonna show them.
Yeah.
The bottle's really weird, guys. This is craft beer.
Turkish craft. Yeah, insane. Anyway, something I saw interestingly, just a quick passing topic.
Mm-hmm.
It is now said that the inability to find a romantic partner is now considered a disability.
It is. I felt
This
attacked.
is on Twitter by some verified account. They said people who cannot find a partner are officially like disabled.
Dude, this was reported by the World Health Organization, dude.
Yeah.
So it has to be some
So
credibility.
if you got no game, you don't know how to shella, you don't know how to throw balls, you can apply for a grant at SASA. You will get that monthly grant for disability, man. That's what the World Health Organization says.
This guy. You're gonna get a salsa card for not being able to shoot shots, man. That is crazy.
Because it's just like, I can't get a girlfriend or boyfriend, so this is it now.
Man. How can you not, like, are they talking about people that have never had boyfriends or girlfriends, or people that have had that category?
we need to go deeper into that article. I didn't click on it. I saw the headline.
Neither did I. I saw the headline. I was like, that's wild. That's wild.
Although that's some strange things I've seen, man. You guys use Reddit? I love Reddit. So Reddit, it's like
Isn't that for girls?
nah.
Oh, that's Pinterest. Oh.
Yeah, Reddit's like a thing for, it's like forums basically.
Mhm.
You can find any topic. So they're called subreddits. So the most popular is like relationships, sex. You got football ones. Like there's a subreddit for everything, even podcasts. I'm on that subreddit as well.
Word.
So the one subreddit, subreddit 6, there was people. This girl she made a post, and she was like, "Am I the only person that has a fetish for sleeping, or for being a virgin breaker for men?" So she's a woman. She wants to be the man's first. And then deeper into her post, so that's like the headline.
Yeah.
Deeper into her post, she's like, these men, and she's like, it turns her on more when the men are in their late 20s going onwards. So like the older you are, the more inexperienced, so you're a virgin, you're like 35, it turns her on. Because she's
That's
like,
wild.
she feels like she's teaching you now, she's in control, she's dominant.
But you know how many niggas are gonna lie about being virgins now? Like, it's wild. They're gonna be like, okay, I have no experience. Meanwhile, they were Pussy Destroyer 89. Like,
And I was reading the replies to it,
Mm.
and there were like some dudes who were like giving their own perspective from the guy's side. Were
Right.
like, yeah, I had my first kiss when I was 28, and also my first like sex encounter when I was like 29, a year
Damn.
later. I'm like, geez, if you went like 20, you got up to like 28 without having a first kiss. I don't want to say this is wrong or right, whatever, but
right.
I'm just like wondering, like, what was your interactions with the people you're attracted to? So if you're a straight guy, what was all your interactions with girls growing up?
Mm.
Let's just say from like the age of 16 until you got to 28. What was happening that you only had your first kiss at 28?
Maybe he was asexual for all that time. I don't know, man.
Maybe these are the people at the World Health Organization are talking to,
Like, it just brings me back to Lloyd, friend of the pod. Like, the way he was throughout high school, it was wild to me, dude. Like, that nigga, Lloyd is such a nice guy. Like, if there are any girls out there looking for a white guy that looks Jewish, hit me up. I know a guy.
you know, a guy.
Lloyd was always this, like, nice to the girls, but never got too close to them, never grabbed a boob until he was like 20, you know what I mean? Like, he was that kind of guy, bro. Like, I don't know what goes through the mind of someone like that, dude. Now, another friend of the pod, whose name shall remain unspoken. She's pretty, dude. And Lloyd is like, nah, she's not my type. But I was like, but Lloyd, would you smash? He's like, no, I wouldn't. I'm like, what? And she's so smashable. So I don't know what goes through the mind of people that have had no sexual. Okay, Lloyd has sexual experience now, but people that view women in this, in that way, like I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Maybe he's part of that thing. Like, asexual, just not interested in sex, or
Well, he is now.
or
but
maybe like
just some people don't do it for him. People that would typically do it for us
yeah.
just don't do it for him. From a sexual point of view, I'm not talking about relationships. Just like people that you find sexually pleasing.
Or what's this guy's late bloomers?
He was a late bloomer for sure, but he doesn't find people attractive, dude. Like the conventional sense of attraction, he doesn't tap into his mind. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because as well as that movie, right? The 40-year-old version.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at how awkward that guy is,
Great movie.
this is a great movie. If you look at how awkward he is, you can see that in late bloomers in real life. How they have that same awkwardness, the same way as in the movie. Like you'll find a guy who's 20-something, 30-something, with like little experience to no experience, and he has that same awkwardness when sex and relationships are brought up. So it's like strange to me how that develops. But yeah, man, I don't know. We need to talk to like a sex expert.
Sexpert.
There are sex psychologists. They could probably explain this.
Yeah, bring one through from your university, man.
Yeah, I'll try to find one.
I was thinking about it the other day. Are you like planning on specializing? Like what branch of psychology are you trying to get into?
I think that South Africa has such limited options. In SA, you can only go into clinical, counseling, or educational, or research.
What are you trying to get into? Research.
I'll go clinical. Research is insane. Research is tough. This year I'm doing my thesis, and it's gonna be the most difficult thing I've ever had to do. Research is too much. I have no interest in that for the rest of my life.
Well, look, dude, my parents are both researchers, so you can go to them for some guidance. I'm sure they'd be more than willing to.
I actually need to talk to your parents, man, because I need to get to grips with this thing.
Yeah, you can do it, dude. My dad actually reviews. Now, here's a shameless plug. My dad reviews theses for college students. So if anybody's looking for that, he charges. I'll have to speak to him about how much he charges. But that's what he does on the side. So if you guys need to review a thesis or even an assignment for school, any advanced research topics, he's good at structuring, he's good at giving reasonable feedback, and yeah, he's got like a 90% success rate.
Yeah, I'll bring my thesis through.
Yeah.
I'll definitely need help with that.
What are you talking about here, man?
I've got nothing else on my list.
I've got some stuff, man. We might have a 2-hour podcast today. I want to talk about what's the most awkward situation you've ever been in.
The most awkward situation.
And how did you deal with it? Okay, let's not say awkward. Let's say embarrassing.
Embarrassing. I was gonna say one awkward one was.
Yeah.
This was in high school. This guy dumped his girlfriend during break. I think we're in like the 10th grade or something. He dumps his girlfriend, boom, in front of all of us. Like, I don't know why he brought her out in front of all of us and take her somewhere private. He dumped her, and she like just broke down on the spot, right? And then he like started like comforting her in front of all of us. And we all just stood there like, what was going on now?
That's weird, dude.
It was so awkward. I was like,
but that didn't happen to you. I'm talking about an awkwardness where you're involved.
For me, an awkward thing for me, jeez. What can I say?
Because I know, like, Lloyd. Sorry, Lloyd. This is the most awkward human being that I know, dude. Like, usually when we go to his house, it's like, hi, Auntie Leslie. Hi, Uncle Charles. How you doing? Like, those are his parents.
Yeah.
But when he gets to my house and he used to say hello to my parents, he's like, hi. Hi. And like his voice even breaks a little. Hi. So I always give him shit about that, dude. Whenever there's like a hot chick around, dude. Like we're at Charles' house and Courtney's best friend is this hot chick, Jessica. I'm just giving out names today, man. Those are real names. And he saw this chick, and we're all like, hey, Jessica, how you doing? Give her a hug, whatever. Lloyd's just standing there, hi. So that's a super awkward thing for Lloyd. Like, what's an awkward thing that's happened to you? Like, in situations that you just cannot act reasonably in.
Was first year, when I had to start taking the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was like so nervous because I was like, okay, I have to get on this bus.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's really going to go to town. They just told me it's going to go to town. So I went to the bus stop, I walked up there. Cool. I took this metro bus. So I was staying in Oakdale.
Yeah, yeah.
So I get on the bus, and like I pull the Lloyd, and I said hi to like the bus driver, like all nervously. Then he was like, "Speak up." I'm like, and then he was like, I'm like, "Is this going to Joburg?" And then he was like, "What?" He was like, "Speak up." I was like, "Oh, is this bus going to Joburg?"
Oh my god. I can never imagine it was like that, dude.
I was nervous. I was like, I'm just getting in a bus. I have no idea. It was early morning. I was nervous as shit, man. Cause I was like, I don't want to be late to my first day of school.
Yeah.
It was, I think, orientation at UJ.
Oh shit.
And then like that's what happened. I was just nervous because then I also asked him, how do I get back? I was like,
Yeah.
so when I get to UJ, like
How do I catch it?
yeah, bus
To
it
this
back
side, yeah.
and do it explaining to me. And I was just like so nervous. So that one for me, yeah. I pulled the Lloyd in that situation.
Damn, dude.
He seemed menacing though. He's like
He seemed menacing.
he seemed menacing. He was like a bus driver frustrated in the morning.
I was thinking about it, man. Some of the embarrassing shit that I've been through. It was embarrassing, not awkward. In grade 8, dude. Now we're playing soccer and whatnot, and some chicks were just bothering me, dude. Like these chicks, they were just bothering me. I'm trying to play soccer, and they're running onto the field where we're all playing soccer. It's ruining the whole flow of the game. We got to stop the game because she was being bothered by these hoes. And it's actually one of the hoes that I'm going, not a hoe, she's not a hoe now. Namtlantla, shout out to her, she's celebrating her birthday this week, and we're going to the establishment in Soweto, so we'll see you there. She was bothering me with her group of friends, whom I hated, dude. I really hated these girls. They were fine, but they were like the mean girls, you know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah, so now I'm playing soccer. These girls, like 9, there were like 7, 8, 9 of them, dude. That all just swarmed me, dude. And they took me down, and they were trying to take like my clothes off, dude. For some reason.
Well,
Listen, man, don't. I know. So when I was adamant that okay, you guys will not be able to take my clothes off, they took my shoes off. Now the shoes that I was wearing were big for me in grade 8. My parents were like, okay, you'll grow into them. You know, those types of parents. They're like, you'll grow into them. Okay, yeah. So they take my shoes off, dude. Like, now they're all pinning me down, dude. Like, I wasn't a weak kid. I wasn't a small kid by any means when I was in grade 8. And they all took me down, and they're holding me down. Like, 4 chicks are holding me down. The other 4 are controlling my bottom half. And they're taking my shoes and socks off, dude. Now, why this was embarrassing. Firstly, you're being bullied in front of your peers. In front of all your gents. Like, I just scored a hat-trick that day, and now the same guy that scored a hat-trick is being bullied by these hoes, bro. Like, like, respect was lost that day. Right? So, now, my toes were in a state. I don't have the best looking toes. My toes were in a state, V. Dude, like, long, dude. My toenails were long. They weren't groomed that day. They were just looking all types of ratchet, man. Now, these chicks disappear with my shoes and my socks. And I'm walking around, I'm like, yo, let me go to the office, bro. This type of shit is not acceptable. I go to the office, I tell the secretary, yeah, these hoes just took everything of mine, dude. Not like I'm walking through the school with no shoes and socks on. Niggas are laughing at me because I've got the worst looking toes known to man.
Damn.
So yeah, that was mad embarrassing for me,
That's
man.
crazy.
It took a lot for me just to tell that story, man.
You know what's someone else's embarrassing story I want to tell?
Yeah.
There was a guy that we wedgied for his birthday. You know,
I think I know the story. Yeah.
And when they wedgied him, obviously your undies tear when you get wedgied.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
'Cause, like, there's literally 8 people at once all lifting you into the air. And his undies ripped, but his school pants ripped as well.
Oh, man.
And next thing, his shirt was also off. I don't know how. So dude was fully naked.
Oh,
On a Wednesday at school.
on a Wednesday.
On his birthday, because you get wedgied on your birthday. I got a birthday wedgie, but
Yeah.
because
It's like culture, it's like
I
tradition.
you know, I was with the guys, I negotiated not a break in front of everyone.
Yeah.
You know, after school we'll do this. office.
Yeah.
This guy, he got it at break, butt naked. So he had to run from the opposite end of the school to the office on the other side of school. Butt naked, running through the school. This skinny white boy running through the school naked. And
butt ass.
Like, and when he got to the office, the vice principal laughed. Like he saw.
What did you do? I would finish myself, dude.
He saw the dude naked. And then he just laughed. And then he got serious. He like went from that laugh like, okay, what's going on? Why are you here like this?
Dude, that seems like something I feel like I would do the same. What would you do, bro? I would finish myself, bro. Like, dude, what are you doing?
He explained the story like I got wedged.
God damn.
And then like that was the embarrassing part. And then the bad part came like for the following week where they were trying to find the culprits. Because that dude was in a dilemma. Because we all knew that the only person who could snitch was him.
Yeah.
It was like, you snitch, all these guys are gonna beat you up anyway. So it was like, he kind of didn't want to snitch, but they like forced him to snitch.
So did he snitch?
And then people were getting called into the office at random.
Shit.
Like throughout the week. Basically all the guys that are somewhat affiliated with that group.
Were you affiliated?
Yeah, I got called into office. Like, I was just chilling in accounting class. And then just
dude,
like,
I saw the video. That's the worst part. There was a video, dude, that was circulating.
Dude, I got called into office. I was like, I'm like, we'd all followed the same thing. Everyone was like, I didn't hear nothing, I didn't see nothing.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say anything. And then eventually, I don't know, I guess they picked one or two random guys to get in trouble for it.
God damn, dude. You know how I actually came across the video?
We're gonna lose our film, unfortunately, but you'll catch the rest of this podcast on the audio platforms. Bye bye.
Alright. You know, in the video that I watched, like it was a promo video, dude. You could end up like me, Breitling watch, Ferrari, Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And in the video they said, this is not a pyramid scheme. So I was like, oh, so this is not a pyramid scheme. So this is when I went to my parents. I was like, no, but guys, in the video they literally say it's not a pyramid scheme. Dude, I'm trying to reason with my mom. I'm like, Mom, it's just 2,000 rand. Like, please, dude. Just like, are you dumb, dude? Like, she's looking at me like, oh, she's lost all hope in my education because I believed this shit, dude. Like, literally all pyramid schemes say that they are not pyramid schemes, bro. I was there like, yeah, I'm really interested in doing it. I think I could be a really good salesman. I'm good with people, wada. And she's like, don't be retarded, bruh. So I go back to school. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, bruh. Like, my mom said I can't do it. I had to just tell the truth, bruh. So, who did you have in your school that was like a get-rich-quick nigga?
What's this? I forgot this dude's name. He wasn't in our grade. But there was this other guy who literally was trying to like sell us things all the time. Like, it wasn't gadgets. He was coming selling clothes. Like, he was just forever trying to sell things to us. I'm like, where do you get these things, dude? Like, and every single time was something different. Like, one moment dude's selling a PSP. I'm like, do you even play PSPs? Like, he just has it. He just conveniently has it and he's selling it.
Oh,
and like, next moment he's selling sneakers. And I'm like, where do you get this stuff?
You see, he was a hustler, man. Minya was part of this thing that like nobody knew if it would work or not. He was part of that thing. Like if you're selling a product that people can see and they can test, like a PSP or a pair of sneakers, you can kind of make a living that way. That's hustling, bro. But if you're lured into this, it could have been a pedophile concentration camp, but nobody knows, dude. Vima could have been something way different to what we think, what we know it to be.
What's this other pyramid scheme? Long Rich or something?
What, Long what?
Long Rich.
Long
is that what it's called? You know, yeah, it's another pyramid scheme that's also going on. Like, you recruit people and you sell things. I was like, man, people join these things. And I'm like, why? Why do you do this?
Because they don't know any better, man. They don't have parents to tell them that they're stupid, bro.
You might as well just sell Avon, honestly.
But Avon works. Avon people actually buy Avon.
Exactly. That's a better way to get rich than these things.
Do you know anybody that sells Avon?
I don't know anyone sells
I
Avon.
think I'd sell Avon, dude. That seems like a really good hustle.
Do it, man. Just pop your trunk in some city, sell some Avon out your car. You can make money.
No, Avon's legit. I had some Avon stuff that I got from my aunt, dude. It smelled really good, dude. Like the men's fragrances and stuff, and the lotions.
Who owns this company, those Avon
Who
company?
owns Avon?
They're just getting worldwide sellers for it. It's like,
Dude, that is the greatest pyramid scheme. That's not a scheme. It's it's pyramid marketing for sure, but it's not a pyramid scheme. Like,
true.
yeah.
It's
Like,
just like, we have the product, you sell it for yourself.
Yep.
You decide.
But then wait, so the people that sell the product buy it from Avon and they resell it to like us.
Yeah.
That's a good scheme. That's a good thing, dude. We should do that with. We can't do that with podcasts.
Yeah, we're selling YGP mugs.
Yeah. Oh, we're not even on camera.
On camera.
Guys, YGFP mugs, hit me up.
Merchandise on the way.
Merchandise on the way, man.
You ready to wrap this
See,
up? Got more topics? I'm done.
What do I got here? Did you see on Twitter the Nesfus challenge?
Oh, I was watching it.
Hey,
this
man.
There's this one girl, she kills me every time. Nasfas brought my logic from 0 to logic 1. And I'm getting food allowance. Look at me, I'm gaining weight. Like, she was shouting.
No,
Damn.
man. There's another girl that I want to show you, dude. This shit was funny as shit, dude.
Is it that? It is.
I don't know if this is the full video or not.
This girl's.
Hold on. What did she just say? Dude, when I saw this, I died.
Let me stay for a lady like you. For a lady like you.
Dude. Oh man. Oh dude. Oh my god. Dude, I laughed so hard that like it hurt, dude. It hurt to laugh. Remember stay for a lady like me. Oh man. So this is a great pyramid marketing strategy by Nesfus, dude.
It is.
To have people do this type of thing.
I hope that a lady like her gets the gig, man. Some of those in his first videos were ridiculous.
Oh man. Let's have some air horns, man.
Yeah, not everyone's cut out to be a presenter.
Yeah, they're really
I
not.
think the issue, and I said this to Eddie in the morning, the issue is a lot of people aren't being themselves. They're trying to either A, replicate what they see on TV.
Right.
It's like other people are on there talking like Bonang, they're like, my name is whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not you
That's
though.
not you.
That's her. She got through with her personality like that. But what is your personality? What's your style?
Hey man.
Like, people are trying to copy what's already on TV. Like, this is how a presenter must be. I was like, be yourself. Just talk. If you can't speak English, don't come out here and be like, oh, this is say for a lady like me. No. Speak your own home language. Speak whatever language you're most comfortable in.
I agree 100%, dude. Like, I love Date My Family. I think I shout out Date My Family on every episode, bro. But like, on Date My Family, you hear niggas talking English and you're like, nah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you just stick to your language? This is on Mzansi Magic. You're not obligated to speak
Exactly.
English, dude. Like, speak Zulu. We're good. We get subtitles and everything. But girls are like, hi, my name is Lorato, and I'm looking for a guy who's not too handsome, but you must be cute, and like, relax, girl. Like, cute is not a word in English, bruh. Oh man.
Because they speak like that other video that goes like, we're eating the meats and we don't eat the pop.
Is that the I am the gal? I am the
We're
gal.
drinking the wine and eating the meats. We don't eat the pop and eat the rice and the meats. I can't stand someone saying to me, where is the meat? The meat.
The mid.
It's like not spelled M-E-A-T, it's M-I-T.
Where's the mid?
Where's the mit? I want the mit. No, man, guys. Please, we're in
Oh,
South Africa.
Speak your language,
Speak your
dude.
language.
Yeah.
This is like Europe or America.
Honestly.
Speak whatever is comfortable for you.
Who am I? I am the girl. Oh shit. Oh, what else is here? Iggy Azalea's news. Did you see these?
Those are disappointing.
No ways, dude. I was like, here we go again. I was like, oh shit. I was there with the Nivea, man. Those were good news. Dude. She wasn't underwhelming at all.
You know what?
She's great.
No, you know why those are underwhelming? Because they made it sound like it's private photos that weren't supposed to come out.
Oh, they're actually part of a shoot.
Yeah, they were like a shoot, so it looked too professional. I thought it was like some bathroom selfies.
You
that, like,
this is like the amateur searches on porn.
I thought this was the Fappening 2.0. Yo, the Fappening was wild.
Whoa.
You remember the Fappening?
Yeah, I remember that.
Out of 2016,
Yeah.
2015.
Yep. I was front and center.
Every celebrity's nudes leaked at once.
That was like Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lawrence, all of those news.
All of these Hollywood A-listers nudes got leaked on one night. The Fappening. That was a mad. That was crazy.
Man, that was the apocalypse of news.
Every guy's WhatsApp group chats were lit.
Oh man, I wish I still had my phone from 2016.
The Fappening was a different time, man.
Hey man. Oh. Anyways, I
Remember,
think
what? How did that leak the cloud? Everyone's nudes were on the cloud.
on the cloud. How do you hack the cloud, bro?
Hackers can do anything, man.
Like iCloud, they hacked iCloud.
Yeah,
probably.
like the iCloud, they pull out all the new. That's what they pull out, not bank details. Like, you know what?
News, yeah.
We'll do it for the people.
Yeah, they were very they were very selfless in that time. Dude.
Yeah,
That was like Nicki Minaj also leaked, isn't it?
yeah, it was like everyone.
Dude, yes.
Everyone in Hollywood.
No, the Kim Kardashians were the best, man.
Which made me realize everyone takes nudes. Yeah. All the celebrities at least.
Dude, there's really nothing wrong with it, bruh. I still see people demonizing porn, bruh. Like,
Yeah.
guys, porn makes like $10 billion a year. That's more than South Africa's tourism sector, bruh.
Someone's gotta be watching it.
Everybody's watching it. Like, you guys need to relax. It's not a shameful thing to watch it. Abusing it is something else. I get that.
Yeah.
But watching it, there's really nothing wrong with it. Twitter is full of it, dude. Sometimes you just be scrolling, you think you have the most ordinary timeline in the world, then you just hear cheeks clapping, dude, it's wild, bruh. Like,
I don't like using Twitter in public places.
it's unpredictable.
I dim my screen because I'm like, I don't know if my next scroll is gonna show something that I didn't look for. It just popped up.
That's the thing. Twitter doesn't use an algorithm, bro.
Yeah.
You see anything that somebody that you follow has liked or retweeted, which is wild. At least on Instagram, you know it's predictable. Things that you search for are on your explore screen. Twitter is not like that. Twitter, oh my god. I told my mom that she should not join Twitter because she's like, yeah, I want to join Twitter and Facebook. I'm like, Mom, no, you don't want to do that. Stick to Facebook. Twitter's not for you at all, dude.
Imagine.
Oh man. What else do we have here? We got nothing.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Alright, man. This has been a long episode, but a good one. I enjoyed this.
It was
a class. It was back to the classics.
back to the original Coochie gang.
And this was episode 26. We are the podcast. And yeah, man,
Do you have shout-outs?
I got shout. You got any shout outs?